number one, two, and three is all about networking, particularly kind of in the middle market context. A lot of times, even like for associate recruiting, there's typically a more on cycle. They hire 2 to 3 associates every year, but for senior associate or VP, whatever they call their post MBA position, it's a lot more sporadic. It depends on their fund cycle, and so it's just a lot of building relationships with firms and making sure that even if they're not hiring until the spring, right, you're the last person that they talk to, right, and so being top of mind. I think if we talk about like differentiation, it's getting in front of the recruiting firms. There's a variety of them. A lot of times they're the gatekeepers on these processes. But in terms of how you differentiate yourself, it's knowing your deals, knowing their sectors that they invest in. I mean, I personally had like a 20 to 30 page slide deck of like different thesis areas in healthcare that I would like present to them, and like it's all about how do you fit in and how do you help them ultimately close really good investments and partnerships. So it's really about just kind of going the extra mile during the recruiting process and making sure that you have a specific, if you're recruiting for healthcare, if you're recruiting for consumer, you can point to things that you did in that industry and your background, and you can point to and kind of communicate your knowledge of that sector to a principal or a partner at whatever fund that you're reaching out to. So it's a lot of calls, a lot of emails, a lot of using your network, and then kind of combining that with generating your own theses and being able to speak to your own deals very, very specifically. And that's ultimately kind of at least what gets you into the conversation. And that's really all that you're looking for is an opportunity to interview at one of these places. And those are kind of the steps that help you be in that top candidate conversation.